Good evening and welcome to the 8 o'clock club and Moyo Talks for our presentation this evening, an introduction to breathwork and meditation. My name is Mark Bind. I'm one of the founders of the Moyo platform and a partner in the 8 o'clock club. And as many of you will know, the 8 o'clock club has been running for many years in Cape Town, sharing wisdom from spiritual teachers and healers and practitioners of all sorts along the lines of healing and spiritual growth and personal development. And it gives me great pleasure to be hosting you guys this evening. If I can just point out a few housekeeping guidelines. There is a chat box that you can find either at the bottom of your screen or the top of your screen on some phones. And you are welcome to post your feedback, your thoughts and opinions into the chat box. And you'll see how that works. Just like that, you'll see that coming up on your screen somewhere. And you can also post your questions to our speaker into the Q&A tab. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see a tab that says Q&A. And it might be at the top of your screen on some phones. And you can post your questions to Justine into that Q&A tab. And at the end of her presentation, we'll put those questions to her. And with that out the way, I invite you to all take 3 deep breaths. And as you take 3 deep breaths, just let go of all your worries and concerns from the day. Let go of any tightness or tension in your body and just bring yourself intentionally into this space. We might be meeting virtually over the internet, but we can still feel the energy as if we were all in one room together. So just take a moment to let go of all of that and bring yourself into the space. As I'd like to introduce our speaker for tonight, Justine Barnes. Justine has been teaching a hybrid of yoga styles and healing modalities for the past 10 years. And it was through an understanding of breathwork that she began to experience presence in her practice. This is the essence of her approach to teaching. Breath is life. Justine says that yoga guides us back to our true, beautiful nature that already exists within us: peace, love, joy, and freedom. She has been offering online breathwork and meditation sessions since the start of lockdown for her students, and the feedback has been incredible. And some people have called it a lifesaver. She feels that this is her purpose, to reach, teach, and guide as many humans with a subtle practice as possible. And by integrating these practices daily, we build strong internal structures, discipline, freedom, which is much needed when our outer structures are falling down or crumbling. So with that out the way, I would like to invite Justine to take over. Justine, let's get your video started. There we go. I think you've just got to click that.
Okay.
There we go. Over to you. I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Thanks so much. Hi, everyone. From my space to yours. Yes, welcome to an introduction to breathwork and meditation. I feel very inspired and excited to be hosting this particular workshop for many reasons. And I'll be touching on that as I go along. So the way I have structured our time together, this is a less interactive workshop. So it's more about me guiding you. So the way I'll structure our time together is there'll be a little bit of an intro, a little bit of intro about me very briefly. I'll be shedding light on what inspired me or inspires me to get to this stage of my teachings, and what inspires me to hold the space for these more subtle practices. and also my intention for holding the space for these subtle practices, especially at this time, this very challenging time. And then we'll look at breath work. What is breath work? Some of the benefits of breath work. I'll be guiding you through a very easy to follow, simple breathwork technique. And this technique helps with managing stress. So that's also very helpful for this time. And then we'll bask in the essence of breathwork for a little while, so it can really sink into your cells and you can have that imprint. And then we'll look at meditation. What is meditation? Or maybe what meditation isn't. And also the benefits. I'll be guiding you through a very simple technique, also keeping it simple, especially for those who are new to the practice of breathwork and meditation. So I'll be guiding you through the technique, again, basking in the imprint of meditation. Let it sink in, let it become an imprint for you. And by then, I'm hoping that I have inspired you all to either reconnect to your already established breathwork and meditation practice, or continue with your breathwork and meditation practice, or to begin a breathwork and meditation practice. So I'll be giving you a little bit more info on my classes. I have some new workshops coming up, so that will be right at the end. And then if there are questions, I'm happy to answer them, or you're welcome to contact me directly. That's also perfect. So really, to just remember that this is just an introduction. So these subtle practices require a commitment. They require, to really benefit from these subtle practices, requires a daily practice. It requires commitment. It requires self-discipline. So showing up for ourselves, for our healing. So showing up for yourself daily for our healing, for our transformation. So just keep that in mind. This is an intro, and I hope it will inspire you all. So let's begin. My foundation is my foundation for practice, for my practice, for teachings, for my teachings, for guidance, stems from about maybe, I think, over 20 years of yoga, of exploring a yoga practice on all levels. And I'm an Ashtangi at heart. So for those who know the practice of the Ashtanga philosophy or Ashtanga practice, it requires a lot of discipline. So it requires one to show up for oneself every day. So it requires that absolute discipline to show up, and within that, we begin to build in a very subtle way, without even noticing it, we begin to build up these really strong internal structures. And for me, during this time, this very challenging time, I've realized more and more that I have these internal structures in place, and that's really helped me to be steady, to be calm, to be clear, mostly during this time, this challenging time, especially, let's face it, whilst our outer structures, everything that we've been relying on externally and maybe holding on to and attaching ourselves to are falling down, are crumbling. So I've realized to have these internal practices or these internal structures really, really is so helpful. I was having a chat with a very dear friend of mine, who's also, well, she's an incredible teacher and inspiration, Tamsin Sheehy. And we were having some chats during lockdown, and we both acknowledged how grateful we are for years and years of practice and establishing and building these internal structures, internal discipline, internal freedom. So she actually calls it our internal, what is it? And our internal medicine. Those are the words she was using. It's our internal medicine, and that's so true. Places of stability, so building places of stability inside of us. And we also, we are feeling hopeful in the knowing and the realization that the external world, so more and more people are validating or valuing these more subtle practices, these more internal practices, and that is really hopeful. If we think about it, when our outer structures, as I mentioned, our external world, when that's all falling apart, really, there's only one way we can turn towards, and that's inwards. So that's really what's happening now, is that we kind of trying to hold on to, you know, things that we used to have, and it was stable and it was there, and now it's falling apart, and now we are forced to move inwards. And what better way, or it wouldn't be so much better and more, should I say, a feeling of safety or stability when you're moving inwards to structures that are established and strong. So they're already there. So yes, I hope that little introduction is already inspiring you. So my intention, let's come to the intention of me holding the space for these internal structures, internal practices, building these internal structures. So as Mark mentioned, at the beginning of lockdown, when we went into level 1, I started hosting the online breathwork and meditation sessions, and the feedback and the response has been incredible, and it's just it was really quite overwhelming just to see how in such a short time these subtle practices had such a great impact on all of these students. And some of them, as Mark mentioned, had mentioned that it was a lifesaver. So this has inspired me, and this is where I feel my intention and my purpose is to guide as many humans, guide and inspire as many humans to integrate, to commit to these subtle practices on a daily basis. And within that, we become better versions of ourselves, better humans, better world. So really, you're not just investing in your own self, it's an investment to, it's a gift to you, it's a gift to everyone around you, your family, your friends. So Mike, I just wanted to read something to you. It's also inspired me around this now. He's an incredible breathwork teacher. His name is Michael Biker. And he said, it is time for humanity to reinvent itself and change our habitual patterns. And I truly feel that, yes, the time is now, more than ever before. So I hope that's inspired you to practice breathwork. So we're going to begin. The first step one. So let's look at, okay, you're ready to practice breath work, you're ready to practice meditation. What do? Okay. So the first is to try and eliminate anything that might distract you during breathwork and meditation, that anything that might distract you from being present in breathwork and meditation. So firstly, make sure you're comfortable. All right. So if you have stress and injury in the body, or there's discomfort, you're welcome to sit on a chair. So whatever your comfortable seat is. So either sitting in a chair, or you sitting on the floor, or you sit, if you have a mat, you can use blocks, whatever you have to find your comfortable seat. So just make sure you're comfortable. And then make sure you are warm enough, and make sure that your space is a quiet space as much as you can. So if there are distractions, then that becomes part of your practice. So we don't always have an ideal environment. Life is not ideal and perfect at any stage, but do your best to find a comfort here. So before we get to the actual breathwork practice, I would like to read something to you to inspire you. And this is from a beautiful book that I was given years ago. It's called The Hindu Yogi, Science of Breath. And the writing's very small. It's an old book, so I do need my glasses. Life is absolutely dependent upon the act of breathing. Breath is life. To breathe is to live. And without breath, there is no life. Not only are the higher animals dependent upon breath for life and health, but even the lower forms of animal life must breathe to live. And plant life is likewise dependent upon the air for continued existence. The infant draws in a long, deep breath, retains it for a moment to extract from it its life-giving properties, and then exhales it in a long wail. Its life upon earth has begun. The old man gives a faint gasp, ceases to breathe, and life is over. From the first faint breath of the infant to the last gasp of the dying man is one long story of continued breathing. Life is but a series of breaths. So we know this, and that's really beautiful, and we do know this, but yet we know breath is life. We know without breath there is no life, but yet why as humans do we pay so little attention to our breathing? Which really means we're not present to life. We're not paying attention to life. That's what it really means. And there's an author of a book called Breath, James Nestor, and the book is called Breath, The New Science of a Lost Art. And he says the most neglected pillar of human health is breath. And there is so much truth in that. And if you can awaken to your breathing, if you can truly awaken to your breathing every day, if you can awaken to the fact by deepening your breathing, your whole life, physically, mentally, and emotionally, will shift to a better state. So you're awakening to life as you awaken to breath. And I feel, I was thinking about that today and before, that us as humans, it's in our human nature to add value only to things that we pay for. So, and the more we pay for something, the more value that has to us, more value we add to it. And then when it comes to our healing, in actual fact, all the healing tools we need are all within us. And they don't cost anything. And it's just awareness and time, showing up for yourself and putting in the work. So these subtle practices is just really guiding us back to what already exists within us. Our beautiful natural healing tools. It guides us back to, as Mark mentioned earlier, our true beautiful nature that already exists within us. Peace, love, joy, and freedom. So now we're ready to practice breathwork. So how does, before we sit for a moment, before I guide you through the actual breathwork, how does breathwork work? So this is just a very short explanation. You can become very scientific and complicated and involved. This is a simple explanation. Deep breathing increases the supply of oxygen to the brain and stimulates the parasympathetic state of the nervous system, which promotes a calming state. And there are many, many, many benefits, incredible benefits of breathwork and meditation. So I've chosen to focus on just a few, and these few also, just with the knowledge and the self-knowing of these and how these can benefit us during this time, especially during this COVID time. So calming the nervous system, reducing anxiety and stress, that feeling of fearfulness, feeling overwhelmed, not knowing, uncertainty. Breath work or deepening breathing and meditation boost the immune system, overall health and well-being. And also with breath work, we're really good for lung health, which is really important. Health of the lungs, really important right now. And then breath work and meditation gives us that sense of space, a sense of what I call spaciousness in the mind. So there's less thoughts, stilling of the mind, space between thoughts. So less affected possibly by what's going on, less reactive of what's coming our way, that sense of pause between stimulus and reaction, more clarity, many, many beautiful, amazing benefits. So those are but just a few. So let's begin. Find your comfortable seat. So I'm sure you're already hopefully there. So with this breathwork technique, as I mentioned, it reduces stress, managing stress. And there's 5 parts to this breathwork practice. I'll be guiding you through it. So all you need to do is follow my voice with full awareness. So you'll be turning on your audio intelligence and just following my voice as I guide you through. So you're now in your seated pose, and you're welcome just to place your hands on your knees or thighs with your palms facing down. This is just a grounding mudra. We all need a little bit of grounding at this stage. So from here, when you're ready, close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, consciously connect mind and body. So make the connection. More often than we realize, our body is somewhere and our mind somewhere totally different. And what that really means is we're not present. So now I'm inviting for you to consciously connect mind and body. Drop your full awareness into your body. Feel your body in the shape you are in. Make last few adjustments within the physical body so you can keep the body still. As long as we're fidgeting and moving within the body, our mind will also be in that state. So we use the body as a vehicle to still the mind. However, at any stage during breathwork and meditation, when you feel there's stress in the body, you feel discomfort, move the body with awareness and then come back into stillness. So as I mentioned, there's a 5-part, this is a 5-part breathwork practice. This is your first part, making the connection mind-body. And then we'll move through a very short and quick body scan. And this will help you to deepen the mind-body connection and become more present. So I'm inviting for you to bring your awareness to your feet and feel the whole of your right foot. And as we scan one part, softening into that part. So right foot, feel the whole of your left foot. And move your awareness up into the area of your shins and calves and knees and thighs. And relax the whole of your right leg. Relax the whole of your left leg. And then from here, tuck your tailbone slightly. So there's length in the lower back, firmly rooting the sitting bones down. And now feel the crossing of the limbs, sitting bones rooting down as the roots of your tree rooting into the earth. And then from here, lifting your torso, the trunk of a tree, lifting the torso out of the hip socket slightly. So elongate the spine. This is a really important part. So your back is straight. And check that you're not leaning forward or back, so your shoulders and your hips are in line. And again, just feel the connection of your hands on your knees or thighs, softening through the elbows. So maybe lift the shoulders a little bit. Give yourself a little shoulder shrug and just check that you're not carrying any tension there. And then bring your awareness back up into the area of your neck. There's a slight tucking of the chin. So there's length in the back of the neck. The back of the neck is an extension of your spine. Just a slight tucking. And now bring your awareness to the area of your jaw. Make sure you're not clenching your teeth. Your mouth is open, your lips are closed. And where we carry most of our tension is in our minds. So softening into your mind. Soften your forehead. Crown of head extending up towards the ceiling. Now you are fully present in your body. And without changing the rhythm of your natural spontaneous breathing, just for a moment feel where in your upper body can you feel natural spontaneous breath right here, right now. As the observer, you're just observing. Where can you feel your breathing? And some days we feel breath is constricted in the chest and throat area when we're feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed. Fight or flight mode. And now I'm inviting you to consciously drop your breathing into the area of your belly and diaphragm if it's not already there. And now we're connecting to the imprint of what we call belly breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. So if you would like to, you're welcome to place your hands on your belly or on your diaphragm. And then on your next inhalation, just push your belly out. So expand the ribs a little bit, expand diaphragm. And then on exhalation, draw navel to spine. And then just continue on your own. Inhale, push the belly out. And exhale, navel to spine. And just continue on your own. So now just the imprint for diaphragmatic belly breathing, dropping into rest and digest. Parasympathetic state of the nervous system, calming state. And may this be an imprint for your natural spontaneous breathing during your day. And when you're ready, now placing your hands, if you had your hands as imprint, just place your hands on your knees or thighs. Perfect. So that's our first part. So the second part is expanding the lungs to expand your breathing. So it's the rising and falling of your breathing from belly on inhalation. We inhale up to the throat, and on exhalation all the way back down from throat, chest, belly. It's going to be on a count of 3 with pauses. So as follows: inhale for 3, belly, chest, throat, pause, exhale for 3, throat, chest, belly, pause. And it will be 3 rounds only. Okay, so first inhale deeply through the nose. And then exhale out fully. So empty your lungs, physically feel how you're emptying your lungs, breathing all the way out into the lower belly, even into the pelvic floor. And then on your next inhalation, inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, pause. Let's do one more round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, pause and release. So keep the eyes closed, just turning on your audio intelligence. That was the second part. Now the third part, we double up on the exhalations. Also 3 rounds. So it's inhale 3, pause, exhale 6, pause before you inhale again. So again, first inhale deeply through the nose, breath rising up, and then exhale out through the nose, breath all the way out. Empty your lungs, and then inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause and release. Now for the fourth part, we hold the breath in. So we pause for a little bit longer at the top as follows. Inhale 3, hold in for 3. Also hold the breath in for 3, and then exhale out for 6. So you double up on the exhalation. Pause at the end of your exhalation before we inhale again. So this is also 3 rounds. So again, first inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale out fully, empty your lungs. So physically feel how you're emptying your lungs, breath all the way out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold in. 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold in, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 1, 2, 3, hold in, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause and release. So before we move into the fifth part, just make sure when you hold the breath in at the top that you're holding it in the area of the throat. So it's not in your head. So there should be no pressure in the head at any stage. And now when we hold the breath out at the end of the exhalation, make sure you hold the breath out in the area of the belly. Okay, so now we're going to work on breath retention at the top and the bottom as follows. I'll explain first. So inhale 3, hold in for 3, exhale out for 6, and then hold the breath out for 3 before inhaling again. So this is going to be for 5 rounds, and I'll keep count. So just follow my voice with full awareness. So remember, it shouldn't be stressful at any stage. So if you feel stressed, rather release it. Just come back to a deep inhalation through the nose, deep exhalation out through the nose. Let's begin. So first inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale out fully. Out through the nose. So physically feel how you're emptying your lungs, breath all the way out. And then we begin. Inhale 1, 2, 3, hold in. 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out, 1, 2, 3. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold in, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold out, 1, 2, 3, and release. So just take a moment here, keep your eyes closed. And just take a few moments to bask in the imprint of your breath work. Bask in the essence of breath, of life, of existence. So a deeper mind-body connection, more present, fully anchored in the body, fully anchored in the now. A sense of spaciousness on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally. More space in the mind, less thoughts, stilling of the mind. So very slowly, and you might not feel you would like to just yet, but when you are ready, gently open your eyes. So if you need to move your body, definitely move the body. Breath work prepares us for meditation. So meditation is in actual fact advanced practice. So if you have someone and they've never meditated before, then it's going to be very hard, very challenging to just say to them, now you're going to sit down and you're going to be still and you're going to meditate. So it's going to be impossible, possibly. So we move through the breath work first in preparation to prepare the body and the mind to move into a state of meditation. Ideally, we need to move through a physical practice. So this is where the years of Ashtanga comes in handy. So moving through a physical practice, purifying the body and mind, purifying the nervous system with your breathing whilst you're practicing your physical practice. So you're in a breathwork practice, you're in a physical practice, and then you prepared your body and mind to be still in meditation. So what we're going to do now, we'll look at meditation for a few minutes, and then I'm going to guide you back into breath work. I'm going to turn it up a notch for those who feel they can manage. And for those who would like to stick to the ratio or the breath count we've just done, that's perfectly fine. You would need to keep your own breath count then, which is a good practice run for you. So, and then from there, I'll be guiding you into the state of meditation. So you won't open your eyes again. It will just transition. That is the really lovely, deep way of doing it. So I would like to read something to you as well to inspire you around meditation. So this is an incredible book. Sorry, I keep looking there and I should look there. So I love this book. I've had it for years. I keep rereading it. So it's Rob Nan, Diamond Mind, a Psychology of Meditation. It's easy to read. It's easy to understand. It's easy to follow. So I would like to read a few things. It will begin just by, what is meditation? Meditation is the journey inward. It is you and me. It is us, our inner journey, our business, our effort. Nobody can do it for us. Meditation is a method of gaining access to our inner wisdom and compassion and resolving our inner problems in the process. And then there's a little here as well that I feel is just so inspiring. Why are we learning to meditate? So there are many different reasons. The first may be we are screwed up psychologically. He really does say that. And it's painful to be like this. We want to find some way of getting free of our anxiety, stress, tension, nervousness, depression, guilt. We want to find some way of working creatively with these. That is a very simple bottom line. Within this, we realize that as human beings, we have a greater potential than just living, eating, working, sleeping. Within the human being is the potential for developing a phenomenal level of wisdom, compassion, and clarity. The great beings throughout the ages have shown us that there is a potential within all of us that is much greater than we normally manifest. So that's really, if that doesn't inspire you to meditate, then I don't know what will. So meditation, the way I can explain meditation, or in my mind, is getting to know oneself. And to getting to know oneself, to the light, your shadow, with deep acceptance and compassion, and to begin to cultivate compassion for self, and within that for others. So we're not just being of service to ourselves, but we're being of service to the world when we meditate. We also heighten our level of consciousness, our level of vibration, our vibrational frequency, and within that we raise the level of consciousness of those around us, and they do the same, and collectively we raise the whole level of consciousness vibration of the whole planet. So we need to meditate. We all need to meditate. So the getting to know ourselves, know thyself, heal thyself. That's how I approach my meditation practice. The difference between, and I just would like to touch on this, is the difference between breath work and meditation. They have breathwork and meditation have very similar physical benefits. So also a meditation calms the nervous system. It so reduces anxiety, stress, gives us a better sense of well-being, greater sense of self-awareness, self-confidence, self-worth. Also boosts the immune system, better overall sense of well-being and health and vitality, and then also that sense of, it gives us that sense of spaciousness on all levels, especially mentally. So we have that stilling of the mind, less thoughts, space between thoughts, and that pause between stimulus and reaction, where we have that opportunity to change our habitual patterning. That pause, in that pause, you can decide, am I going to react? If I react, how am I going to react? Where am I coming from? Is it ego? Is it my pain body? And that can change everything. So the difference, just coming back to difference with breathwork and meditation, breathwork, as I see it, is a technique. It's a method. So you're more in the state of doing. You're doing something. I am doing breathwork. I have a technique. I have a method. Whereas meditation is more a state of being. So being present. So you're in a state of being present to whatever comes up for you, hopefully without getting involved. And that comes with practice. So so with that in mind, we're going to begin, we're going to, remember I mentioned we're going to move through a breathwork practice first and then into meditation. So in this, so there are many breathwork and meditation practices. So meditation, if you call meditation a technique, then you're setting yourself up for success or failure. So meditation is a practice, and then breathwork is a method or a technique. So there are many practices and techniques. We need to find the ones that serve us and resonate with us. So I do suggest that if you're new to meditation and breathwork, to stick to one practice or technique for quite some time before you jump to the next one. Just give it some time first. So in this meditation practice, so this is where I'm coming to, is we give the mind something to do. So there's a support, and the support is breath. And it's the breath in the area of the nostrils. So just focusing on breath in the area of the nostrils. I'll come back to this. And we need a reference point for the mind to prevent it getting lost in distraction. And there are three, or what you can call, order of things in this meditation practice, and they are as follows. It's pretty straightforward. I've already touched on it, but I'm just going to shed some light on it again. So the order of things in this practice, firstly, is training ourselves to be present in the moment with what there is. So whatever comes up, you're present to it. You welcome it. You're not resisting it. You're not pushing it away. We'll come back to that. Secondly, developing an attitude of self-acceptance, so that whatever comes up or whatever arises, remember, it's okay. This coming to terms within ourselves. So coming to terms within ourselves, who we are, light, shadow, compassion for self, within compassion for self, compassion for others. And then thirdly, abandoning goals. So there are no goals in meditation. So goal orientators, ego comes in, and then again, we set ourselves up for success or failure. So there are no goals. Whatever your meditation practice is at that very moment in time is absolutely perfect as it is. Some days our minds are really busy. Other days we have a moment of absolute bliss, and then we grasp and we attach to that, and then we want it the next day and it's gone. So just to be in deep acceptance of where you're at, what comes up, and to have compassion. Yes, so let's begin. So finding your comfortable seat again. Make sure you're comfortable, make sure you're warm. And as I mentioned, I'll guide you through breath work first. So when you are ready, and again, just follow my voice with full awareness, turn on your audio intelligence, close your eyes, make the connection, mind and body. You are now in your body, in this shape, in your space. Drop your full awareness into your body. Feel your body in this shape. And again, without changing the rhythm of your natural spontaneous breath, take a moment to feel, where can you feel your breathing now? Where can you feel natural spontaneous breath in your upper body at this moment in time, without making a story, just observing, feeling, acknowledging. And then consciously drop your breathing into area of belly and diaphragm. And then just a few imprints of diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale, push your belly out, expand the ribs a little bit. And then on exhalation, belly in, navel in. And just 2 more rounds. Again, the imprint for natural spontaneous breath, rest and digest, calming state. So the ratio or the breath count is as follows. So it's going to be inhale 4 counts, belly, chest, throat, pause, exhale 4, throat, chest, belly, and we'll move through 3 rounds. So first inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale out fully, out through the nose, breath all the way out, empty your lungs. And begin, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause, exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause and release. So second round, inhale 4, pause, double up on the exhalation. So exhale 8, pause. 3 rounds. First inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale out fully. Breath all the way out. Physically feel how you're emptying the lungs. And we begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause and release. Third part, now holding breath in at the top. So breath retention at the top. So it's going to be inhale 4, hold the breath in 4, exhale 8, pause before we inhale again. 3 rounds only. Remember, when you hold the breath in the area of your throat. You shouldn't feel it in the head. There should be no pressure in the head at all. If you feel it stressful, remember it shouldn't be stressful. Revert back to 3, 3, 6. All right, then you just need to keep your own breath count. So let's begin. Inhale deeply first through the nose. Exhale out fully. Breath all the way out. Physically feel how you're emptying your lungs. And we begin. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pause and release. So the last part, also just 3 rounds. Inhale 4, hold in 4, exhale 8, hold out for 4 before inhaling again. So remember, when you hold the breath out at the end of your exhalation, hold the breath out in the area of the belly. When you hold the breath in, it's the area of the throat. Okay, so let's begin. First, inhale deeply. Exhale out fully. Empty your lungs, breath all the way out. And we begin. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. Keeping the eyes closed, drop your breathing into area of belly diaphragm. And now bring your awareness to the area of your nostrils. Become aware of breathing in the area or breath in the area of your nostrils. This is your meditation support, your anchor in this meditation practice. Your attention on the area or the breath in the area of the nostrils is light and relaxed. So there's no forcing of the attention there. Allow it to be light and relaxed. So meditation is not about having no thoughts. We have many thoughts come our way all the time. So allowing your thoughts to come, you're not resisting them or pushing them away. They come, you're inviting them in. You make friends with your thoughts. You stay present to them. Without getting involved, react, attach, or judge. However, if you do, remember, it's okay. Keep bringing yourself back, or very calmly keep bringing yourself back to the breath in the area of the nostrils. So it's the coming and going freely of thoughts, coming back to your support, the area or the breath in the area of the nostrils. Remember, there is no goal. Allow yourself to be in a state of being present, staying present to whatever comes your way. With deep acceptance, deep compassion. And a lovely affirmation for meditation, I find that sense of emptying oneself of everything when you do feel that the mind is sucking you in or you're attaching or grasping. And the affirmation is as follows. I am nothing. I do nothing. I want nothing. Thoughts come and go freely. Observing, letting go. Focus on breath in the area of nostrils. You find your mind is attaching or you're getting sucked in or involved, remind yourself, I am not my thoughts, I am pure consciousness. And just allow that to give you that sense of spaciousness that you need. So please keep your eyes closed, and I would like to just end off here with the reading. So turn on audio and intelligence to stay where you are, keep your eyes closed. The effects of meditation. The effect of meditation in the beginning will be a gradual understanding of what is meant by tranquility, by the mind becoming tranquil. It is not something contrived or imposed or imported from outside. It is the arising of what is already within us. As the mind becomes tranquil, many things begin to become clear, things that were not formerly clear to us about ourselves, the world around us, the way we are living, relationships. We become clear about everything, so we need to generate within our minds the conditions for a preliminary level of tranquility to arise. This is done through the training in mindfulness, the essence of meditation. When the mind becomes tranquil, it automatically becomes clearer. Like still water, the sediment settles. The meditator is then able to experience insight into the mind. This leads to direct perception about what the mind is doing and how it is doing it. So from here, keeping the eyes closed, and if you would like to join your palms together to your heart space. So Prem Mudra to heart. If you would like to bow head to heart, connecting mind and heart. So there's no separation there. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they know the true happiness that is sorrowless. May they be free from attachment to some and aversion to others, and know the great impartiality of life. So from here, gently release Prem Mudra. If you have Prem Mudra to heart, bring your head back to neutral. Keep the eyes closed. And please take your time. So Again, you might not feel ready to open your eyes, so take your time. Take a moment to just bask here, bask in imprint, bask in essence of breathwork and meditation. And when you are ready, gently open eyes. And of course, if you need to move your body, move your body. And that's the introduction, or a introduction to breathwork and meditation. Thank you for joining this evening. And so I have workshops coming up. So we'll be marketing those. My first one will be on Sunday, the 16th of January. And I'll be sending you all information on that. I also host breathwork and meditation classes daily at 12. I'll be adding more times. And I also offer one-on-one breathwork and meditation smaller groups, either online or in contact. So, and then I haven't looked at the questions.
Great. Thank you very much, Justine. That was amazing. I love that. I always want to meditate for longer. There are a couple of questions. There's sort of one question so far. Ilza says she found herself wanting to yawn a lot during the first few parts of the breath work. Is that normal? Yes.
No, that is absolutely normal, because you're going into a relaxed state. So you're dropping, into that, you're accessing the parasympathetic state of the nervous system. So especially if you've been in fight or flight and during your day, or you've been a little bit stressed, and then all of a sudden you're dropping, or you're taking deeper breaths, or you're moving through a breathwork practice, most definitely can happen. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Lake has got a question. Are there different reasons to breathe in and out through the mouth versus through the nose?
Why we breathe through just the nose, or out, or both? I'm sorry, to say that again.
So are there different reasons to breathe in and out through the mouth versus through the nose? So are there any reasons why you would breathe?
I see. Okay. Yeah, so there are different benefits, different breathwork techniques. So some techniques you actually do breathe out through the mouth, and there are different benefits for those breathing techniques. Mainly within our yoga practice and this breathwork technique, we keep the mouth closed, we breathe through the nose only. It builds up internal heat in the body and generates prana, so life force energy, and then that moves through our energy body, our energy centers.
Great. So let's see what the next question is. I think we've answered all the questions. I was just busy trying to download your flyer so we could share that on the screen.
Okay.
To show people the details for your workshop.
Yes, I'll be hosting these every 2 weeks. The first one's on the 16th of January. I mean, January. 16th of August. I skipped a few months. So it'll be every 2 weekly. It'll be an hour. So it'll also be introduction to breathwork and meditation. I'll tweak a little bit. I'll add a little bit. yeah, keep it interesting. Yeah.
Okay. So if people want to get hold of you, how can they do it? There's the flyer.
Yeah, so there's my email address, justineloveyoga@gmail.com.
Great. So Sunday,
Yeah.
16th of August, 11 a.m. till 12,
12.
every 2 weeks.
That'll be every 2 weeks, so that will be an hour. And then I also have online classes every day, daily, for breathwork and meditation. I have students, it's just half an hour from 12 to 12:30. You just log in, you do your breathwork and your meditation, it's done. Your daily practice is done, and then you leave. Yeah. So that's very helpful, especially if you find it challenging to do it on your own. If you haven't quite got that discipline yet, it's just to, it's half an hour every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. There's one last question from Tamsin. A lot of the time I tend to feel like I'm falling asleep during meditation. Is that normal?
Absolutely, yes. It also depends on how you're feeling, So if and also we're doing it in the evening. So I also find in the evening when I do meditate in the evening, I actually meditate just before I go to bed. And yes, absolutely. If I compare it to my morning meditation practice, then most definitely, if you're tired, you're possibly going to fall asleep. You might rock forward and back, and then you wake up again, and that's okay. But that's, yeah. So if you can, try and definitely do a meditation practice in the morning.
Great.
If you can, do both, but in the morning is ideal.
Okay,
Yeah.
Last question. Marianne wants to know, how does one access the daily sessions?
You're also welcome to email me. So it's justineloveyoga@gmail.com. And welcome to WhatsApp me as well, 083-708-2091. So I have a group, also have a WhatsApp group for the breathwork and meditation, and information on that, and inspirational things, and just to keep you going.
Great. I will share your email address with everyone who has registered for this talk tomorrow when I share the recording. And I'm sure you'll have people signing up because, that meditation was amazing this evening. So thank you very much. So thanks to everybody for joining us this evening.
Thank
and Justine,
you.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We really enjoyed it. So thank you very much.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.